Today, we're jumping into the world of an artist who, well, definitely gets people talking consistently.
He really does.
We're talking about Blueface. So the question is he this, like, music innovator?
Mm.
Or maybe more of a master of getting headlines? Or, somewhere in between?
Yeah, and that's exactly what we want to unpack here, sort of dig into his whole journey. You've got the sound, right, which is super unique, how he kind of broke through.
Call me unique.
But then there's the personal life, which is, very public, often maybe even overshadowing the music itself.
Definitely feels that way sometimes.
And, of course, you can't ignore the legal issues. They're a big part of the story. So, yeah, our mission today is to pull out the key pieces, the important insights from all the info out there, help you make sense of it all.
Right. So what you can expect is we'll cover his music style, how it developed. Then we'll get into that public personal life, the relationships, the family stuff.
Yep.
Then the controversies, the legal battles, and where things stand now, in 2025. Basically, this is your shortcut to getting up to speed on the whole Blueface phenomenon. Okay, let's unpack this unique phenomenon. So let's kick things off with the music, the beats, because really that's where it all began. His background's pretty interesting, actually.
Yeah, it is.
He was playing football in Los Angeles, and then around 2017, he starts recording his first tracks.
Right. And Deadlock's got a bit of local attention. People started noticing. But it was Respect My Crippin' that really blew up. That's when the internet just, exploded, talking about his style. That offbeat flow.
Yeah, that offbeat style is probably the first thing people mention.
Right, absolutely. And it's key to understanding him. That way he raps kind of ahead or maybe behind the beat sometimes. It's disorienting for sure.
A little bit jarring at first, maybe.
Yeah, jarring, but also captivating. It wasn't like the standard trap flow at all. It became his signature thing, immediately. Some people found it, just weird. But others were like, no, this is actually innovative.
That really defined his entry, didn't it? And then boom, Fotiana.
Fotiana. Yeah, that wasn't just a hit song. It was like a cultural moment. It just completely took over everything for a while.
Everywhere.
Especially once you got those remixes, Cardi B, YG, that pushed it straight into the Billboard Top 10. Huge.
Massive.
But it wasn't just charts. I think the genius of it was that flow, that kind of conversational, off-kilter delivery over that really sparse, bass-heavy beat.
Right.
It had this raw energy, felt kind of unpolished, but in an authentic way. It really captured something that was bubbling up in hip-hop then.
Yeah.
And it was instantly memeable, perfect for clubs.
Totally. And he had other tracks, too, like Bleed It, Dirtbag, right?
Yeah.
And that early mixtape run was pretty wild.
Yeah, definitely prolific early on. Lots of raw energy there.
And then the big industry step, signing with Cash Money Records. That definitely felt like a level up.
Oh, for sure. That put him squarely in the bigger rap conversation.
What was it about that deal specifically? Was it just the name or?
Well, the name recognition helped, obviously. Cash Money has that legacy. But it was more, I think, the practical stuff. Better distribution, bigger budgets for videos and promotion, just way more visibility.
Right. Puts you on a different stage.
Exactly. But what's fascinating is, even with that boost, his style was still so polarizing,
Yeah.
Some people were really championing it, calling it genius, and others were just, they couldn't get with it at all. It really makes you think, right? Did Blueface's style genuinely change rap in some way? Or was he more just a really impactful kind of viral moment that showed, hey, being different can work, especially now with social media?
That's a great question. And one I bet you, our listener, are thinking about too. Because from that unique sound, well, here's where it gets really interesting. His life outside the studio is probably just as famous, maybe even more so.
Oh, easily.
Let's get into his personal life.
Yeah.
Because so much of it is just played out, right in front of us on social media. The family drama, those very, very public relationships.
Yeah, the Crisaean rock saga. Where do you even start? It's been so tumultuous. It really is like watching a soap opera unfold, but it's real life, and often it's happening live on camera.
It's wild.
You've had these intense breakups, really serious allegations, flying back and forth, moments caught on live stream that just go viral instantly, and then the whole pregnancy situation, arguments, police getting involved. It's been a lot.
Unpredictable.
In the latest chapter, now in 2025, there's a new twist, right? While Blueface is serving time, his new girlfriend, Angela, has apparently moved into his house.
That's the report. And adding another layer, his mother, Carlissa Saffold, she's very active online, always making statements.
She had that quote recently, something like, "There's never a dull moment in this house." Which kind of sums it all up, doesn't it?
It really does.
It just shows how every little thing, a family argument, a new relationship update, a comment about parenting at all, just instantly becomes a headline. It gets amplified like crazy.
Yeah.
Which brings up that question again. Does all this constant drama, this like reality show element, does it actually help his brand, keep him in the conversation? Or does it just hurt the music in the end? Does it overshadow everything else?
It's like we're all watching this show,
Yeah.
almost demanding the next plot twist.
Yeah.
Feels like that sometimes. You do wonder how much is strategy versus just fallout from living that publicly.
Right. Is it calculated or just chaotic?
Okay, so moving from the personal drama to, well, more drama, but of a different kind. The controversies.
Yeah.
This has got to be the biggest shadow over his career.
Mm-hmm.
He's had multiple pretty serious run-ins with the law.
Yeah.
We're talking robbery charges, attempted murder charges,
Yeah.
and most recently a probation violation that landed him in Lancaster State Prison this year, 2025.
And the crazy thing is, even from prison, his name still trends online. Constantly.
How does that even happen?
People are analyzing photos that leak. They're scrutinizing every comment anyone in his circle makes on Instagram.
Right.
It's just this relentless cycle. It keeps him in the news feed, you know?
Yeah, I remember like when Christian had that massive argument on IG Live.
Exactly. Or all those times fans were debating his parenting online based on some clip.
Right.
It's these nonstop stories, whether directly involving him or just orbiting him, that keep Blueface right there in the media spotlight, even when he physically can't be active or release music.
So this really forces that classic debate, doesn't it? For you, the listener, for fans. Can you actually just enjoy the music? Can you separate the art from the artist, especially when the artist's life is this public and controversial? Or maybe for someone like Blueface, is it all just part of the package? Is the drama part of this story you consume?
It's so tough. Because with him, maybe more than many others, the music and the chaos seem so deeply tangled up, you almost can't separate them.
Yeah.
Which I think raises a really important question about artists today. How much of their actual brand, their identity in the public eye, is really the music? And how much is just the ongoing narrative, the headlines?
Okay, so let's bring it to the present day. Blueface in 2025.
Yeah.
As we said, the latest is he's still incarcerated.
That's right. Still locked up. But there are already whispers, rumors flying around about maybe an early release.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, and you see people speculating in both ways. Some think, coming back after time away could actually boost his career, build up anticipation.
A comeback story kind of thing.
Maybe. Others think, no, this time the legal troubles are just too significant that they'll finally catch up to him properly. It's really unpredictable like everything else with him.
And meanwhile, even with him inside, the personal life stuff, it's still making news.
Oh, absolutely. It hasn't slowed down at all. You've got Angela moving in, like you mentioned. Christina's still posting things online, often kind of cryptic stories that get everyone talking and guessing.
Yeah, fueling speculation.
And the family members, especially his mom, are still making statements on social media. It's like the show just goes on, whether he's physically present or not.
It's relentless.
And you see it reflected in fan comments, too. I saw one recently that really captured it. Something like, I love Blueface's music, but man, all the drama is exhausting.
Yeah, I can see that. That tension must be real for a lot of fans.
Definitely.
But maybe that exhaustion is part of what keeps him relevant. Because the second he does drop new music or there's a major update in his life, everyone tunes back in. Right?
That's the paradox, isn't it?
It proves that this whole public narrative, no matter how chaotic it gets, is still a massive driver for keeping his name out there. So, wrapping this all up, what does this deep dive tell us? What does it all mean for Blueface and maybe for other artists who live their lives this publicly today?
Well, it brings us right back to that central question, doesn't it? All this controversy, all these headlines. Does it ultimately help his career by just feeding that beast, that attention economy we live in?
Right.
Or does it fundamentally get in the way? Does it stop people from appreciating the music, the actual talent for what it is? Is that talent totally overshadowed?
Right.
Or is it all just fuel for the brand, creating this weird kind of staying power?
Yeah, and it really makes you think. And we want you, listening, to think about it too. How do you personally handle this? Do you separate the artist's work from their life? Or maybe you feel like you can't or shouldn't?
It's a personal calculation, really.
It is.
And maybe here's a final thought to chew on. Just how much of a modern artist's identity, their whole public persona, is actually shaped by the narrative. Not just the music, but the story that gets told around them, including all the messy, chaotic, controversial parts.
Mm.
And what does that mean for how we consume their art, how we relate to them in this age where everything feels like it's constantly on display?